Wow, this workout is so hard. I'm generating so much power.
It's crazy. We can generate all this power from fossil fuels and wind and water. Why aren't we harvesting it from up?
We actually can. I heard of this super cool technology where energy can be captured from stationary bikes and used to offset a gym's carbon emissions and even lower their electricity bill.
No way. Why aren't we doing that?
It's pretty controversial. People aren't sure if it's able to capture enough energy to offset the cost of the tech, and we all know people vote with their pocketbooks.
True. But I know I would love to hear more about it. And I know I would go to a gym if I know they were using eco-friendly methods.
Well, actually, I have a friend who's pretty savvy with energy solutions. Maybe we could go see what he thinks about it. Let's go ask him. Hi, Jay. This is my friend Morgan. She wanted to know more about stationary bike power generation, and I told her you were the one to ask.
Sure, why don't I put a new spin on your workout and show you how you can harness electricity that you're already generating.
Sweet, Macy told me you're the expert.
That I am.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
In the first quarter of 2016, SoulCycle hosted 10,378 rides at their 37 locations. So that's an average of 280.5 rides each day at each of their locations. Morgan and Macy, how much power do you think a cyclist can put out?
I aim for about 200 watts in my workouts.
I heard elite cyclists can maintain about 400 watts.
So for the purpose of analysis, let's assume that a typical spin class is made up of 25% elite level riders that can generate 400 watts, 65% average riders that can generate 200 watts, and then 10% beginners that generate 75 watts. So that equates to a class average of 237.5 watts. So now if a SoulCycle gym was able to capture 3/4 of that energy in an hour-long class, a single SoulCycle location could capture 49.3 kilowatt hours per day.
Wow, that's like 1,500 kilowatt hours in a month.
Or 18,000 kilowatt hours a year.
Ann Arbor's average cost for commercial electricity is 10.9 cents per kilowatt hour. So in an average day, a SoulCycle could save $5.39. Your mileage may vary.
That would really add up. That's like $2,000 a year.
And this could even be a low estimate. I heard a spin studio in California reduced their utility bill from $680 to $30 a month.
So electricity savings seem good, but I know you mentioned that in addition to saving the energy I'm producing, it could offset carbon emissions. How much carbon could we keep out of the atmosphere?
Consider the following.
Using the balanced global chemical equations for combustion, the heating values of the fuels, and the equation for emissions intensity, we can calculate how much carbon is being emitted for various fossil fuels used to generate electricity. So let's start with natural gas. Methane is a common form of natural gas. It has a heating value of 50,000 kilojoules per kilogram. So from the balanced reaction formula, we can see that there's 1 mole of carbon dioxide emitted for every mole of methane. We put these numbers into our emissions formula to see that there are about 0.2 kilograms per kilowatt hour. We can do the same process for gasoline and other traditional fuels. So gasoline emits 0.23 kilograms of carbon dioxide per kilowatt hour, and coal emits about 0.31 kilograms per kilowatt hour.
So does that mean for every kilowatt hour I bike, I'm preventing that much CO2 from going into the atmosphere?
Yes. Since a gym, on average, produces 49.3 kilowatt hours of electricity per day, they are offsetting carbon dioxide by about 8.8 kilograms per day if they were to use natural gas to generate that electricity, 11.1 kilograms of carbon dioxide per day if the electricity was generated with gasoline, or with coal, 15.4 kilograms of CO2 per day. And this gets magnified every year. And is magnified again when you consider that SoulCycle now has 93 locations across the United States.
That adds up to 520,000 kilograms of CO2 a year for all the SoulCycles combined.
That amount of carbon dioxide is equivalent to 1.3 million miles traveled in passenger vehicles. That'd be about driving to the moon 2.5 times.
That's a lot of carbon.
It's such a big impact.
So I've only heard good things so far. It saves like $2,000 and prevents so much carbon from going into the atmosphere. Why aren't we using this? Is the technology really expensive?
It's not as expensive as you may think, at least not from a business perspective. If there was more of an emphasis on green technology, many busy gyms would find this technology affordable. There's actually a company out there called Sports Art that makes a model of this bike already, called the Sports Art G510. It's available from several fitness retailers for as low as $2,800. Their technology is plug and play. All you have to do is take the bike, plug it into a standard household socket, and its onboard inverters will turn mere calories into kilowatts for the grid.
Spin bikes at my gym cost that already. With the same features and no energy generation, it's about $1,750.
If it costs about $1,000 extra per bike and my gym has 40 bikes, we'd have to generate about $42,000 worth of electricity in a spin class. With the same usage rates, that's about a 21.3-year payback. In California, where electricity costs are about 50% higher, the payback period would be around 15 years, and maybe even less in some utility markets.
This sounds like a significant investment for individuals, but a gym using these eco-friendly bikes spread throughout their classes throughout the day could have a significant environmental impact at a moderate cost compared to what they're already spending on equipment.
No one will get rich by using fleets of energy-generating spin bikes, but if enough people apply social pressure to their gyms and prioritize working out in a place with environmentally friendly ethos, consumers are in a position to reduce the amount of CO2 being added to the air.
Right! But we know it's hard to get people to make behavioral changes, even if they're small and even if they're for the environment. That means the only ones adjusting their behavior is the businesses themselves. We should start voicing our opinions at our studios.
I know I would go to spin class more if I could help out the environment while working out. I'll put this in the suggestion box at my gym and recommend eco spin bikes.
Me too. Let's put a new spin on Spin Studios. Thanks, J9, the spin bike guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.